Alright, so good morning. Today we are going to learn about parts of expressions, and your learning target today is I can identify the different parts of an expression and then simplify if possible. So let's go into this key concept here. What we're going to do is we're going to use this expression here, negative 4x plus 12 plus x, as an example when defining the following terms. Okay, and so the word term, if we were to define that, what that would be is a number or numbers and or variables, or just one variable too, broken up by an addition or subtraction sign. Okay, so what that looks like here is we see in this expression we have a plus here, a plus here. That means that everything, those numbers and variables in between those are all different terms. So negative 4x is one term. 12, because it's broken up by these two addition signs, is another term. And x is that last term there. Okay? Now like terms are terms that have the same number or variable, same variable to the same power. Alright, so what that looks like is you can see negative 4x and x, the variable is the same, x. It's not, this one's not x squared and x cubed. They're both x to the first power, and so that makes them like terms because they are the same variable. This isn't y, they're both x, and they're to the first power. Okay, so negative 4x and x. Those are our like terms, okay? And let's go ahead and shift down here just a little bit. Okay, a constant is a term that contains no variables. So an example of that here, based on our expression, 12 is the only one that doesn't contain any variables, so your example of that is 12. And then coefficients, the last word we're going to define, coefficients is the number being multiplied to the variable. The number that comes before that variable. So we see here's the variable, negative 4 would be our very first coefficient. Okay, and we have one more because there's another variable here. And it looks like there's nothing, but technically there's still a positive 1 there. And so your next one would be a 1. Those are the two coefficients of that of those terms. All right, let's do one more example, or an example now of that. We're just going to identify the terms, like terms, coefficients, and constants in this following expression, negative 5x plus 12 plus x minus 8x. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have to first identify the terms. And remember, the terms are those numbers and or variables broken up by an addition or subtraction sign. So let's start here. We've got negative 5x plus. Okay, so I know right there we hit a plus. We've got negative 5x is our first time. Okay, continue, 12 plus, all right, 12 plus, that plus breaks it up again, so we have a 12. Okay, x minus, okay, that's subtraction sign, so x is our next term. And then lastly, we have 8x, which is still technically a negative 8x. Okay, so you keep that negative, it's a subtraction sign, but it's still a negative. You keep that in front of it, okay? So like terms here, those are the ones that have the same variable to the same power, and we can see x is the common thread here. So our like terms would be negative 5x, x, and negative 8x. There's no other like terms in here. It's just the only variable in there is x, and it's the only power, which is 1. Constants, if we look back through here, the only one that doesn't have a variable is the number 12. So our constant is 12. And then our coefficients, remember, is the number being multiplied to the variable. Okay, so here's our variable. We have negative 5. Here's our x, the variable. 1 is the number before that. And lastly, negative 8 in front of that one. Okay, and that's all we had to do for example 1 there. Let's go on to example 2 on the back. Alright, example 2 says write the following expression in simplest form. This is the last example we're going to do. All we have is 9m plus 4 minus 6m plus 10. Okay, and so what we need to do first is, in order to write it in simplest form, we have to combine the like terms. Remember, like terms are to the same variable, or the same variable to the same power. So 9m and negative 6m would be the like terms. These constants would be like terms as well, because they have no variable. Okay, so let's rewrite this, ordering it from all the like terms, grouping them together. Okay, so we have 9m. We're going to keep this negative 6m next to it, so plus a negative 6m, plus 4, plus 10. We see we have 4 terms here, there were 4 terms up there. Okay, now all we're doing is we're combining those. Essentially, to combine those, we're forgetting about those little variables there and just adding them like they were numbers and then keeping the variable there. So net 9m plus a negative 6m, those two combine. 9 minus 6 is 3m. 4 plus 10 is 14. And that's all we're doing. In order to simplify an expression, when you have multiple terms like that, you're just combining those like terms. Okay, that's it. That's all we're doing right now. Go ahead and enjoy the practice problems. Don't love them too much, and don't forget to do all the rest of the work as well. Okay, thanks. Bye.